Many parents truly believe they're doing what's best for their children. Every day, you provide, you guide, you protect, and you teach. You make sacrifices, big and small. You think ahead, you plan for their future. And at the center of all of it is one powerful force: love. But here's the hard truth that not many people talk about. Sometimes, the very things we believe are helping our children can quietly push them away. Not because we don't care, not because we lack love, but because connection isn't built on intention alone, it's built through daily interaction. You can love your child deeply and still feel distant from them. You can provide everything they need and still notice that they don't come to you when something is wrong. And when that happens, it's confusing, it's painful, it makes you question everything. A 2024 Harvard study revealed something powerful and surprisingly simple. Children whose parents practiced just 5 out of 7 specific daily habits had 85% stronger emotional connection and were 3 times more likely to turn to their parents when facing problems. Let that sink in for a moment. 3 times more likely to come to you. And here's the part that changes everything. None of these habits require hours of effort. None of them demand expensive resources. None of them require you to become a perfect parent. In fact, none of them take more than 10 minutes. You don't need more time. You don't need better tools. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. You just need to use the time you already have differently. Because the relationship you build in the small, everyday moments will determine one critical thing. When life gets hard, will your child come to you? Let's walk through the 7 habits that make that difference. Habit 1. The goodbye ritual. It may seem small, almost insignificant, but how you say goodbye to your child matters far more than you might think. For young children, the world can feel unpredictable and overwhelming. They don't yet have the ability to fully understand time, schedules, or adult responsibilities. What they do understand, however, is presence and absence. They rely on routines to feel safe. Predictability gives them a sense of control in a world that often feels out of their control. So when a parent leaves suddenly without a clear intentional goodbye, it can create confusion, anxiety, and even insecurity. To an adult, it's logical. I had to leave for work. But to a child, it feels very different. Mom disappeared. And when this happens repeatedly, it creates a subtle but important shift in how your child experiences trust. If they don't know when or how you'll leave, they may begin to feel uncertain about your presence altogether. But here's the good news. Something as simple as a consistent goodbye ritual can completely change that experience. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It could be a warm hug and a gentle kiss, a special phrase you always say, a wave at the door or window, a reassuring promise like, "I'll be back after your nap." The key is not what you do, it's that you do it consistently. Even when you're in a rush, even when your child is upset, even when it feels repetitive. Because repetition is what builds emotional safety. When your child knows what to expect, their anxiety decreases. They begin to understand that goodbye is not abandonment, it's temporary. And when they feel safe, they trust you more deeply. Habit 2. The reconnection moment. This is one of the most overlooked but most powerful moments in your entire day. It happens in the space between separation and reunion. After school, after work, after a nap, even in the morning after waking up, these moments may feel ordinary to you, but to your child, they carry emotional weight. And here's something most parents don't realize. The first 90 seconds after reconnecting can shape your child's emotional state for the rest of the interaction. Yet many parents fall into the same automatic pattern. Did you finish your homework? How was your test? Did you behave in class? These questions aren't wrong, but they send a subtle message. Performance comes before connection, and children feel that instantly. Instead, try something different. Pause what you're doing. Make eye contact. Smile genuinely. Open your arms. Give your child a hug. And say something simple but powerful. I missed you. No questions. No instructions. No corrections. Just connection. Because when a child feels emotionally seen, something shifts inside them. Their guard comes down. They become more open, more cooperative, and more willing to share what's actually going on in their world. Connection first, tasks later. That small change can transform your entire relationship. Habit 3. Device-free dinner. In today's world, attention has become one of the most valuable and most limited resources we have. And yet, during one of the few moments families are physically together, dinner attention is often divided. Phones light up. Television plays in the background. Notifications interrupt conversations before they even begin. These distractions don't just fill silence, they replace connection. But when families sit down together without devices, something powerful happens. Conversation returns. Eye contact increases. Children feel heard. Research consistently shows that families who share meals without devices multiple times a week have children who are more emotionally connected, more communicative, and more resilient. But here's the important part. It's not about forcing conversation. It's about creating space for it. You don't need complicated questions. You don't need structured discussions. Simple prompts are enough. What was the best part of your day? What was the hardest part? This is often called the rose and thorn method. But even more important than the questions is how you respond. Don't interrogate. Don't correct. Don't rush. Just listen. And share your own experiences too. Let your child see you not just as a parent, but as a person with feelings, challenges, and stories. Over time, dinner becomes more than a routine. It becomes a daily anchor of connection. Habit 4. 10 minutes of one-on-one time. If there's one habit that can transform your relationship quickly and consistently, it's this one. Just 10 minutes. Every day. For each child. That's it. It sounds simple, almost too simple, but when done intentionally, it's incredibly powerful. Why? Because during those 10 minutes, your child has something they deeply crave. Your full, undivided attention. No distractions. No multitasking. No divided focus. And to a child, attention equals love. Here's how to do it effectively. Let your child choose the activity. It could be anything. Playing with toys, drawing or coloring, pretend play, talking about their day. Your role is not to lead. Your role is to follow. Don't teach. Don't correct. Don't direct. Just be present. Many parents make the mistake of saving connection for big moments, weekends, vacations, or special outings. But children don't measure love in hours. They measure it in consistency. 10 minutes every day sends a powerful message. I see you. You matter. You are important to me. And over time, that message builds a deep and lasting emotional foundation. Habit 5. Bedtime connection. There is a quiet kind of magic that exists at bedtime. After a long day, when everything slows down, children begin to process their thoughts and emotions. Their defenses lower. Their minds open. Their feelings surface. This is often when they are most ready to talk. But many parents miss this opportunity. The routine becomes rushed. Brush your teeth. Put on your pajamas. Go to bed. And the moment passes. Instead, slow down. Sit with your child for just a few extra minutes. You don't need a script. You don't need perfect words. Simple, gentle questions are enough. What's been on your mind today? Did anything make you happy or worried? And then listen. Truly listen. Don't interrupt. Don't fix. Don't judge. Sometimes your child won't say much, and that's okay. What matters is your presence. Because over time, your child learns something important. This is a safe place. And those small bedtime conversations become the foundation of trust. Habit 6. Express love clearly. Many parents love their children deeply. But love is not just something we feel, it's something children need to hear and understand clearly. Often, we express love in ways that are tied to performance. Good job. I'm proud of you. While these are positive, they can unintentionally send the message that love is conditional. I am loved because I achieve. Over time, children may begin to tie their self-worth to outcomes, grades, behavior, success. Instead, shift the message. Say things like, I love you just the way you are. I'm so happy you're my child. These words carry a different kind of weight. They tell your child, you are enough, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. This kind of unconditional love builds confidence from within. And children who feel secure in love are more resilient, more open, and less afraid of failure. Because they know nothing can take that love away. Habit 7. Repair after conflict. This is the most important habit of all, because no matter how patient, loving, or intentional you are, you will make mistakes. You will get tired. You will lose your temper. You will say things you regret. That's part of being human. But what truly matters is what happens next. Many of us were raised to believe that parents should always be in control, that apologizing shows weakness. But in reality, repair is one of the strongest tools for building trust. When you say, "I'm sorry I yelled, that wasn't right," you're not losing authority. You're modeling something powerful: accountability, respect, emotional honesty. You're teaching your child that mistakes don't break relationships. Avoiding repair does. And when children experience repair, they feel safe again. Not because everything is perfect, but because love is strong enough to heal. Summary: the 7 habits. Let's bring everything together. 1. A consistent goodbye ritual. 2. Reconnecting in the first 90 seconds. 3. Device-free family meals. 4. 10 minutes of one-on-one time. 5. Bedtime connection. 6. Expressing unconditional love. 7. Repairing after conflict. None of these habits are complicated. None of them require more time. But together, they create something incredibly powerful: a strong, lasting emotional bond. Call to action. So here's a simple question for you. Which habit are you already doing? And which one will you start today? You don't need to change everything at once. You don't need to be perfect. Just start with one. Because every small shift you make, your child feels it. And if your child has been pulling away, talking back, or not listening, don't panic. It doesn't mean you've failed. It simply means connection needs to be rebuilt. And that's something you can start today. In the next video, we'll explore 5 common phrases parents use that actually trigger resistance and what to say instead. Make sure you don't miss it. Final message: a strong relationship is not built in big, dramatic moments. It's built quietly through small, daily choices: being present, listening deeply, repairing when things go wrong, and loving without conditions. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. You've already taken the first step. Now keep going.